Welcome back to our channel Technical Tunes and Tutorials. In the game development tutorials today, we are going to see one more feature called as cloning in Scratch. We will learn how to create clones, how to program them, and some operations that we can do with these clones. Let us see how it works. Before going further, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, do hit the subscribe button so that you won't miss any upcoming videos. As I told you in the starting, today we are going to see how the cloning works in Scratch and what are all the options that we can do using cloning. So let us begin. Let me first change today's sprite. So to choose a sprite, you have to click on this right option called as Choose Sprite and choose any random sprite that you wish to choose for today. Let me choose duck. So today we have duck as a sprite to which we are going to program. As I told you earlier, before writing any script, we need to first give the name to the script. So let me give it a name as clone programming. So to start with, we know that the clone of this object or the sprite must be created on clicking this green flag. So let me drag the block in the event section which says when green flag clicked. And then as we have to create the clone of the duck, I will drag a block from the control section called as create clone of myself. Let me check running the script if the clone is created. If I click on this duck again and drag the duck, I can see that a clone is created behind the original pic. So in the game section, we can see there are two ducks. One is the original and the other is the clone of the original duck. Let us write something to do with the clone created. To do something with the clone created, there is a block which says in the control section which says when I start clone. So drag that block, and for example, we will move the clone 10 steps ahead when it's created. So now in the game section, we will check how it works. So can you see now there is one clone which is created from the original duck and which is 10 steps ahead of the original duck. This is because when we create the clone, it is moving 10 steps ahead as per our script. So at the moment, there are two scripts in the script section. The first is creating the clone when the green flag is clicked, and the second one is to move 10 steps when the clone is created. Okay? To check the difference between the original duck and the clone, let us move the clone more ahead from the original. So let us move it, for example, say 50 steps ahead, and check running the green flag. So can you see the clone which is created is now 50 steps ahead of the original duck. Now let us create 10 ducks in the gaming space placed at a random location. So to create that, we have to create 10 different clones and then move them into a random position. So for that, let me drag the create clone block a little ahead. From the control block, there is an option which is called as repeat 10. Drag it and place it after when flag clicked and drag the create clone block inside the repeat 10. This means whenever the green flag is clicked, this section which says create clone of myself will repeat 10 times. Now we want the clones to be created at a random positions, or when created to go at a random positions. So instead of moving 50 steps ahead, I will just delete this block. What I will do is I will place a block which says go to random position. So whenever a clone is created, it will just go to a random position. So try running the script. Can you see there are 10 ducks which are created at the random positions. If you can decrease the size of the clone, you can observe it more precisely and see the 10 ducks which are created at the random positions. Now let us create the clones in the increasing size. Now suppose instead of random position, let me drag or delete this block back to the section and drag the move 10 steps block again, and instead of directly creating the 10 clones, initially let me start with go to XY coordinates. This means the original sprite will go to this coordinate first, and from there it will create the 10 clones which are moved 10 steps ahead from each other. So let us check running this. Instead of this position, let us bring the coordinates to 0, 0. That means the original sprite will be at the center of the game space, and from there it will create 10 steps ahead 10 different clones of itself. I want the clone to be created in the increasing size manner. So let me draw the block called as change size, and every time the clone is created, let us increase the size of the new clone by 10. So if you run and check the script, you can see that the clone created on the top is the highest size clone. Similarly, you can also change the color effect of the clone. So you have to just drag this block which says change color, place it here and change it to a ghost, for example, and check. Can you see the sprite looks like a ghost? This was all for today's video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for the upcoming videos. See you all in the next video. Thank you.